Good evening on the 31st of December 2018, and New Year's Eve no less. Just a little quick hello to you all. We're going to do a little bit of guidance for the week ahead coming into New Year, and I'm going to use these humongous box. Look, it's bigger than my flipping head, for goodness sake. It is actually a lovely gift that someone's bought for me over Christmas. Some good friends of mine who obviously have their reading, so I thought, well, it's rude not to, really. It's called The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit by Kim Kranz. I believe these are American, and it's a huge box, so let's open the box, as they say. It's like, and you get this gargantuan guidebook. You can see there, it's rather an impressive little tome. It's a bit of a paradox, a little tome. There you go. And then we have a box in a box. It's like a little magic trick, this is. And then we turn the box upside down. You end up that little box there with cards. And thankfully the cards are easy to shuffle, thank goodness. I thought for one minute it was going to be about this big, you know, but hey ho, not to worry. So, without further ado and without further waffle, let's ask what lies ahead for us. What do we need to know for our highest good using these cards? Let's give it a go. Let's get shuffling, as they say. What do we need to know for our highest good right now? Okay, here we go. Nothing's jumped out for us. So, let's spread the left hand here. Let's see what they like. And we're going to go here. So, Animal Spirit says 1. That's number 1. Uno. Duo. And we've got our third card just over here. Okay, that'll do. So, let's crack on. Ooh, how about that? That's a nice one to start the day. Lion. And this just tells me that we need to embrace a little bit of confidence about ourselves. Very much saying that we all have tremendous strength, but sometimes we're very quick to go, yeah, okay, and hide in the shadows. But sometimes we just be that little bit more confident with ourselves and kind of like, you know, stand proud. Stand proud, be respectful of who you are and what you possess, the gifts you have. The lion's got a very powerful voice. Use a voice. Don't be afraid to roar sometimes. Now I'm not talking shouting, screaming, but you can make sounds without that. You can like just be confident in yourself, back yourself, and speak with authority. I'm getting the voice of authority coming in. Speak with your authority and kind of get that mention. Okay, what else we got? It's just naturally majestic. That's how I see a lion. It's just natural strength. It's there. You've got it in you. And sometimes you need to embrace that and show that strength to people, and people respect you, because all the time you're kind of going, you're not getting no respect. You're kind of being downtrodden a little bit. So it's about, you know, just standing up sometimes and do it the right way, because I always say you don't want to get aggressive or start screaming and shouting, getting angry. Steer clear of anger, definitely, but to speak with authority and confidence. And when you know you're right, you're right. It's simple, that simple. And just be proud, stand tall. That's number 1. Number 2, oh wow, very sacred animals here. The old buffalo. Buffalo, as we know, is very sacred to the old native Indians until sort of like cowboys or whatever you want to call it, the Wild West took over and slayed them for fun. So what does the buffalo hold? Kind of like interesting that they're facing off against the lion. I know you probably can't see it that great, but they're kind of like opposite each other. It's quite interesting. But so what does the buffalo do? The buffalo to me just tells me natural wisdom. You've got natural wisdom, and sometimes it's a gift that's been forgotten. It's almost switched off, and I kind of get where this is going through now. In this day and age, what do I see when I look out around the world? What does anyone see? When we walk out the streets now, I see this. Boom, 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 boom. Text. Boom, 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 boom. with turning off from nature, you're turning off your natural strengths, your natural talents, and you're becoming mindless slaves to machinery. That's all you are when you're doing this constantly, like thinking like, oh my god, what's that status said? Oh, have you seen what Jamie said about blah blah blah? You know, it's crazy. We kind of need to get back to basics. We kind of need it. And I tell you what, this would be almost heretical, but just imagine a world without mobile phones, without mobile technology, and it's like people think like, my god, that must be year zero. That couldn't have existed, guys. It happened. Go back 30 years, we didn't have mobile phones. Yeah, they might have had computers and stuff, but they wasn't all linked up like they are today, so widespread. And so imagine a world without communication like we have now. But the world still turned. We still got on, we still made progress, and we did that through communication and also getting out in nature, knowing that we had to do stuff. Today's all on a plate for you. You can like literally, and it's scary. I mean, I was out this weekend with my partner, and you can just literally order a meal in the actual pub itself, and do it, and then they come bring the drinks to you. It's amazing. It's a wonderful gift, but at the same time, we are kind of like losing track of reality a little bit. You know, and it's all this virtual reality stuff with your Oculus Rifts and God knows what else. You can actually just lose yourself and go into this weird fantasy world. Don't get me wrong, it's nice in a way to use your imagination, but to use your imagination, not a machine's imagination. It's a big difference. So that's kind of what I'm getting back here. So to me, this is about getting back to nature a little bit, being nature, and use your imagination, get crafted in a natural way. Use your gifts, don't be a slave to the machine. Okay, finally, ooh, we've got the old sea serpent. Now this reminds me of, you know, well actually when I'm seeing that, what's that snake that eats itself? Is it the Ouroboros or something? Because this is what this reminds me of a little bit. But even though that's a sea serpent, and you're kind of linking to like, you know, almost like the sea almost, I see that as the big third eye. That is the third eye. So this again to me is a sign now for each and every one of us to really start believing that you have these gifts that, again, getting back to the card before where it's being switched off, but they are turned off. So how do you switch them back on? There are several ways you can go. You could follow the route I kind of went, which is through Reiki and whatever, which started me off, shall we say, and it's a journey that definitely worth recommending. Or you can go into development groups and start your own psychic work that way. Or you can just do meditation. Meditation is a very powerful process that is available to every one of us. The guys and the philosophies in the East use it a lot. So why not do that yourself? All it takes is a little bit of effort. You can do, I mean, I've seen 1 minute meditations, but I would say about a good 20 minutes. 20 minutes is a nice way to start, and keep them simple. Work with your breath work. Breath is very important, very simple, because when you breathe in goodness, breathe out the rubbish you don't need. But what happens in the West, we get the shallow breath, like, almost like that, because we're all constantly on the go. We forget how to breathe. We kind of breathe like an autopilot, but actually mindfully deepen your breath. And you find it actually improves your stamina anyway. It's a good thing to do, especially athletes and stuff like that. They have to focus on their breath. But us in the modern age, we do not. We just add this little silly little that kind of breath. And it's like, no wonder things were always getting tired and stuff. But you do that breath work, and you start using your third eye intuition. We've all got it, and you can also use your gut instinct as well, and I'm quite strong on that as well. So these are the gifts that are there for you. We've all got it. Don't be thinking that someone has these amazing psychic abilities. Every one of you can do this, every single one of you, but you've got to work it. It's like anything else. A boxer doesn't become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world by just going to turn it up one day in a ring and hope for the best. But he gets there through training and dedication. Kind of similar thing with this as well. So you've got to work at it, but the fruits and the rewards are tremendous. Okay, so that's our little ones for the week there. So let's just recap there. We got the old line there. Speak confidently about yourself, what you can do. Stand proud with authority. We got the buffalo and wisdom. Get your natural wisdom. Turn those flipping mobile phones off and tablets and God knows what else. Get out in nature a little bit more. And Sea Serpent, use your own gifts, your talents that you kind of like, thinking back to the last one, have been sort of like put on hold. And on that note, I will stay right there and wish you all a wonderful and happy new year. May 2019 be blessed for you, and may be a wonderful, wonderful adventure for each and every one of us. And go there with a light step and just enjoy. On that note, adieu, and I'll see you soon.